Yo, what's up YouTube? Your boy the Great Pitcher here, DGP, back again with another episode of Patriot Keys. This is week 3 going against, week 3. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm tripping. This thumbnails threw me off. But week 3 versus the Houston Texans. And yes, we played these guys week 3 in the preseason, but this is week 3 of the regular season. And, you know, we face these guys in the division round. You guys already know how we are. Don't lose to rookie quarterbacks. We're 0-8 against them. But without further ado, let's get into it. So, first key, offensive line has to be able to stop this pass rush. Whitney Marcellus, J.J. Watt, and also Jadeveon Clowney, of course. Now, Dante Scarnecchian has done an excellent job the past couple years with the O-lineman, has gotten better. But as we saw in the divisional game, had they had a decent quarterback and not Brock Osweiler, they probably would have won that game because we did not play well. The blocking was terrible. And like I said, if they would have had a decent quarterback, we would lose that game. That defensive line was all over Tom Brady. So that's the first thing we have to do is correct that mistake. We're going to have to fix that. We're going to have to do a better job, make sure we're all good, everybody's on the same page, because we're going to need time in the pocket to get open with all these injuries. You know, most of our guys is going to be playing, but they're banged up, so we're going to need as much time as possible, and opens up the run game. Second key we have to do is we're going to have to contain Deshaun Watson. Now, we do know Deshaun Watson, he is a rookie. You know, he's not the greatest thrower. He's not known for throwing, but he's able to move around the pocket, able to run outside the pocket, and able to create space, as you saw against the Bengals. That is where he makes his money. He's not that great of a pocket passing quarterback, not that great of a thrower, but how he makes a difference is his legs. So we have to stop that. We have to contain him. We don't need a big run as the Bengals gave it, because it's proven the Bengals, they did a great job defensively, but they let up that one big run with Deshaun Watson. That was the difference in the game. That was the play of the game. You know, I kind of treat him, and I'm not saying he is this bad of a quarterback as him, but he kind of reminds me of Tim Tebow-esque quarterback, you know. So far, you know, he stares down his wide receivers a lot. You know, he's trying to force it to DeAndre Hopkins because Will Fuller's not playing. You know, it's just, he's not that great of a quarterback. He's going to get better, and I do believe in Deshaun Watson. That's one thing I will let you know. I believe he will be a great quarterback. He does have the intangibles, I'll tell you that. But in terms of on the field, we contain him, make him stay in the pocket, and have to beat us with his arm. I feel like we can easily beat the Texans. Well, in terms of defense, can beat the Texans. I feel like it's easily the key. Lastly, we're going to have to speak on defense. Listen, defense has to play better. I'm calling out everybody on defense. We have to just play better in terms of bending, don't break. That is pretty much the third key. Bend but don't break. Right now we give it the second most yards in a game these first 2 weeks in the season. Again, it's only 2 weeks, but we gave 300-something yards to Alex Smith in them, and then we also gave up 300 and 400 yards to Drew Brees. 400 yards to Alex Smith, 400 yards and them to Drew Brees. So again, we have to do better on defense. And you know, giving them yards is one thing, which is what our defense typically does, but it's the bending and don't break aspect, and we haven't had that this year, because every time they've gotten into, you know, the red zone area, we're like tied for 20th for the least points given up. So like we're like one of the 10 worst defenses so far this season. I feel like most of these mistakes we're making is mental errors and just discipline. You know, Malcolm Butler, he hasn't played too well. He's talked about it. I think he needs to improve on it more, which I'll get into in a different video on Malcolm Butler. But Stephon Gilmore, he's doing okay. McCourty, he makes some plays, but then again, he doesn't. Patrick Chung has to do better. We just have to do better as a defense. Bend, but don't break. That is the motto, because if we can contain the Texans offense and, you know, make them settle for field goals, I feel like eventually we're going to get touchdowns, because I think we are going to have to kick some field goals. We're going to kick some field goals because that defense of the Texans is just that nasty. But if we force the Texans to kick field goals, that's just going to fall into our trap, because if Brady and the offense gets it going, that means that they have to get it going, and that smells interceptions for Deshaun Watson. So again, quick recap, we're going to have to offensive line, stop the defensive line. We're going to need the offensive line to step up, contain Deshaun Watson, keep him in the pocket, and then defense, bend but don't break. We have to do better. If we do all those 3 aspects, I don't see why we should lose this game. Again, we are 8-0 against rookie quarterbacks. They have a 5 touchdown to 16 interception ratio. When the first time they face us. Bill Belichick prides himself on not letting a rookie quarterback beat us. So that's why I'm not too worried about that. I'm not really too worried in that aspect. But again, any given Sunday, you never know. So again, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. And I'll catch you next time, y'all. Peace.